welcome to this brand new episode of our program Guest in Town, Atithi Devo Bhava. It's me, Rohan Shrestha. Today we are going to focus on the Nestle Good Food, Good Life. Similarly, we will be talking about the overall economic scenario of Nepal as well. For this, we have Mr. Suresh Narayanan, and he is the CMD, Chairman and Managing Director of Nestle India Limited. Let me welcome him. Welcome, sir. Welcome to Nepal. Welcome to Himalaya.
Thank you, Rohan. Thank you very much for having me on your program.
It's our honor, sir, to have you here. I heard that this is the first time in Nepal. Tell us something about Nepal, your experience with Nepal.
Well, Rohan, actually, technically this is my second visit, but my first visit was a private visit almost over 20 years ago. So I think Nepal has evolved and it has changed quite dramatically.
What about economic development and the development infrastructure and all before 20 years and now?
Look, I think the country has certainly made change for the better. I find that the airport, for one, was definitely far better yesterday than I've seen it before. I think the state of the infrastructure that was there in terms of roads have also been improved considerably. So I think Nepal has evolved into with time and with progress, and I hope that coming out of this serious crisis of the earthquake that you had in 2015, which was extremely unfortunate for the country and for its people. I do wish the people of Nepal well, and I do hope that they come out of this crisis stronger than what they were before.
Can I ask what is the major objective of yours of this visit?
Okay, you know, in my capacity as the chairman of Nestle India, I do also oversee the operations in terms of strategy and in terms of execution in some of the geographies. Clearly, Nepal has been on my radar ever since I took charge as the chairman and managing director sometime last year, and I believe that you know, the attraction of every business leader is also to the track record of the team in Nepal, and I believe that we've had some good performance, and that really attracts me to come and see how much better we could do in terms of serving the Nepalese consumer and also progressing our business.
What are you doing these days in Nepal?
Well, clearly we have been in Nepal for many years. I think from 1982-83 when we introduced Nescafe and Maggi. In fact, even before that, products were being imported, as I understand from our importer, from Australia into Nepal. So I think the relationship between the Nepalese consumer and Nestle has been quite old. And what we are really trying to do now is to to focus on some of our key parts of our business. We have a fairly strong business in nutrition and milks. We have got a promising business that is there in the chocolates and confectionery part of our portfolio. We've also got the Maggi brand where we have got exciting plans for the future. And also in coffee, Nescafe is a lead brand of coffee in the country. So we are really looking at secular growth.
And I guess similarly the Nestle Kit Kat as well, one of the most popular brand in Nepal.
Oh yes, it is. Kit Kat is an iconic brand, as you rightly said, Rohan. And really, I'm quite confident that in the coming months and the coming years, we will focus not only on improving these brands, but also looking at opportunities in out of home. In fact, today I had the privilege of inaugurating our first Maggi hotspot in one of the outlets of Bhat Batheni, and in fact I had the privilege of inaugurating it with Mr. Min Bahadur Gurung, who's the owner and the head of the organization, and I think it was a very good start, and I'm very glad.
How do you see the overall market of Maggi in Nepal? Because there are different competitor brand as well, which is very much popular in Nepal.
Yes.
So how do you compare it?
Look, it's a bit like this, Rohan. I think every brand brings its own proposition to the table, and yes, there are very leading and respected brands here. I think YY is a very respected brand, and I think I respect YY as a competitor because they have established a strong position for themselves. Maggi is also, as you know, a very respected brand in the subcontinent, and clearly I believe that as key competitors in the market, we have got the task of not only offering variety, but also offering better products to our consumers, as a result of which the whole segment in fact will grow. So Maggi itself, we not only got the current variants, we've just launched 6 new variants under the title of Maggi Hotheads, which is really more spicier versions. So as a consequence of this and what we do in the out of home, I'm quite confident that we'll be able to expand our share in the market. We are not the market leaders, but we will still, I think, give a pretty good performance and demonstration of ourselves as we go forward.
You were in Singapore, you were in Malaysia, similarly Italy and Philippines. Now in India, you're looking after this South Asian region as well. How do you compare the overall business environment, overall market of those developed countries as in comparison with the least developed, like Nepal?
Look, I have had the privilege of working in Nestle with in Thailand, in Thailand, Laos, Cambodia and Myanmar.
1999?
I worked there between 2003 and 2005. And then I also had the opportunity to be the managing director of Nestle Singapore. Also, I was for 4.5 years in Egypt as the head of the Northeast African region of Egypt, Libya and Sudan. And then briefly I was head of chairman and CEO of Nestle Philippines. So I believe that each market has got its own dimension. The dimension in Singapore was quite different, in Thailand was quite different. I think these are markets where the per capita income is higher, the proportion of expenditure on food is therefore lower because the people spend on a lot of other items, and the degree of competitiveness is also very intense. India, to a certain extent, Nepal and Egypt are in a similar boat in terms of the consumption profiles. In all these 3 countries, over half the income of the consumer is being spent on food. Food is a critical dimension.
But food, Nestle's product, Kit Kat or let's say Maggi or let's say Nescafe, these all are the luxurious goods, isn't it? In the food item as well.
Well, I think it's important to note that consumers value different products in different manners. So our products like Nescafe and Kit Kat and Maggi are, you are right, they are not essential products. I mean, it's rice, wheat, oil, these are basic products. Right. So we are not in the region of basic products. But once consumers satisfy themselves with the basic products, then they look at products that add nutrition to them, that add taste, that add a dimension of indulgence to them. And that is where the Nestle products come in. So our products are really more therefore urban in nature. They're also more for people who are the lower middle class and the upper middle class sections of the population, because they are the ones who have got the discretionary income to spend on these kind of brands.
While talking about urban centric, there is a blame to Nestle that this is the brand for the urban people, or it has not been able to reach the rural people, not only in Nepal as well as in other countries as well, even in India. How do you see, what are the plans that Nestle is planning to make it popular among those low-income groups as well?
I would like to offer a small correction to the perception. In fact, in quite a few countries, the products of Nestle reach really the lower sections of society in terms of income profile. To just give you an example, we have got in Central West Africa, that is around Nigeria, Ghana, Ivory Coast, and a few other countries. We sell Maggi bouillons, Maggi cubes. Maggi cubes is fortified with essential vitamins and iron, and these products actually sell in many hundreds and thousands of tons. They go down really to really the households which are less in terms of income, and these products actually provide them a necessary fortification that is important for their lives. Similarly, I was in the Philippines. We have a Bear brand which is a milk powder. This is also fortified with essential minerals. This product has got a penetration level of over 80%. So really, a lot of the population are actually consuming this product. In India as well, Maggi noodles was a product that was highly penetrated. Right? I say was because we had last year the
there was a crisis,
and therefore now coming back, we are really coming back strongly on this. Again, we are looking at brands like Maggi to be carriers of values of nutrition, because the essential core of Nestle is nutrition, health and wellness. All our products go through what is called the Nestle Nutrition Profiling System, which is the benefit of science and technology along with standards.
Right, but while talking about Maggie, why it went through the crisis, or let's say the problem with the Maggie? Because there was a blame that time, I guess it was before 1 year, that Maggie is not suitable for the health.
Look, there was the allegation that Maggie contained excessive levels of lead.
Right.
Now, I think, I really don't know, Rohan, as to what started this whole episode, but clearly it was a very damaging episode that happened. And I think the stand of Nestle was very clear that in doing the testing of lead is a fairly sophisticated method, sophisticated equipment, sophisticated procedures, and also people who need to be trained to do this extremely well. I believe that as a result of all the testing that was done, and also the decisions of the Honorable High Court of Mumbai, I think Maggie was able to come back into the market, and it is a tribute to our consumers that they have loved the brand, and they have given so much of their time to the brand that we have got back to leadership.
I guess that time you were in the Philippines, right?
That's right, when the crisis started.
And you were brought in India to handle the crisis. How did you manage to handle that crisis, and what is the current condition of Maggie in India?
Look, obviously, when a crisis of this kind happens, it is at one end you're also worried as an individual whether you have the capabilities and the strength to handle something like this. But at the same time, I think I have been privileged to work with a team that is extremely loyal, extremely dedicated, and also people who have been largely career Nestle people. So whether it is some of my colleagues in Nepal or many of my colleagues in India, they have given their whole careers to Nestle. So I was confident that we would be able to come out of this crisis step by step. We engaged the environment, engaged the government, engaged the media. We were always respectful. We were always talking about what was it that we believed we had as a humble representation of our point. And I think over a period of time, this has led to the fact, along with the various court cases, etc., and also with the various testing. Remember that at the height of the crisis, our products had been cleared by Singapore, by New Zealand, by Canada, by United Kingdom, and by the US. So all these countries, which are respected countries, had cleared this product. So I think overall the sentiment for the brand has considerably improved. Many thousand people have been involved in it. It's not just me. I've just been the leader of the team, but many thousand people have done whatever they have done. Today, as I mentioned to you, we are almost close to 60% of the market. We are back to leadership. We have got, of course, some cases in the Supreme Court that will take the due course of time, and we do hope that things go well for us in the future as well.
While talking about this, in one interview you just said about the Maggie that the crisis was a blessing in disguise for Nestle. What does that mean? Can you please elaborate?
Look, a crisis, whether it is for a human being or whether it is for an organization, can be seen in two ways. It can either be seen as a opportunity to improve yourself, an opportunity to do the right things for the future and to learn from what you have done, or it is a situation where you go into a shell and you start worrying, why did it happen to me? I believe the proposition that I offered to the organization was, let us take this as an opportunity to re-engage with the consumer, to re-engage ourselves, to do the things that we should be doing as an organization, and thereby to improve ourselves going forward, because the market is very competitive. And I believe that while Nestle has got the strength of 150 years of service to consumers across the world, but we still have to think of the future with all the positive forces and all the energies that come to us as an organization. So this is really the proposition that we had, and you can see that in the last 3 months, Nestle has launched close to 30 new products.
Okay.
Something that we have not done in our history. We have done it in the last 3 months.
In the globe. What kind of products?
In India.
In India?
Yes.
Right. What about Nepal? Have you...
Many of the products have come to Nepal. I mean, for example, the ready-to-drink coffee. We have introduced in 3 variants. We have introduced, I talked about Maggi hotheads. Those products have come into India. We have introduced new products in Kit Kat Duo, which is a white chocolate and
that is in Nepal.
Chocolate. That's also in Nepal. There is Munch Nuts, which is a nut-based product, which is also a chocolate product, which has also been introduced. Bar One Charge, which has also been introduced. There are numerous products also in the pipeline, which my colleagues will be introducing in Nepal. So I think fundamentally the way we see it is that we can offer so many new products to our consumers in order to give them better nutrition, the highest quality and food safety, and also the best value. So that is why I look at this as an opportunity for us to re-engage. And maybe as organizations sometimes we don't engage like this because everything looks calm and quiet. It's when something like this happens and the water gets shaken, do you look at your inner strength?
Right.
Like human beings, when a human being has got a big heart attack, he goes back and says, how can I improve myself for the future? It's the same that happens in organizations.
Let's talk about Nepal. What is the current status of market of Nestle's product in Nepal?
Well, in Nepal, I think our business is growing very strongly. It's growing in double digit in the country. I cannot say that we had a great 2015 because I think we had the issue, the tragedy of the earthquake. Obviously, that impacted our business, and later on towards the end of the year, we had the Madesi issue as well. That also led to a problem with our business. But I'm happy to say that this year the performance has been very good. I'm very proud of what the
Nepal as a market for Nestle.
Nepal as a market for Nestle. I see this, I'm not saying this, Rohan, because I'm interviewing with you, but I really see this as one of the markets that I would be personally committed to developing. I think there is a scope in this market. As Nepali consumers, I've noticed in my short visit today that you not only consume good value products, but you are also willing to pay the price for getting good quality, good nutrition, and good tasting products.
Do you think there is a scope and potential in Nepal for doing business?
Most certainly there is. Most certainly there is, and I think in fact we will be engaging more as we go forward in terms of the total quantum of business, whether it is products that are manufactured in the subcontinent or indeed imported products as well, or both of which we have in this country in ample measure. And we will be re-engaging more as we go forward.
You just said that there is a scope and potential in Nepal.
Yes.
Do you have any plans of establishing a factory or industry in Nepal?
Look, as of now, what we will really do is we'll use our current model that we've got in order to test some of our new products and new ideas and to see what traction we pick up. I believe that as a company, we are open to opportunities that present themselves in each country, and in the fullness of time, if there is indeed an opportunity in Nepal, we will be quite happy to participate in it.
How do you analyze the overall quality and standard of the Nestle product?
Look, the only reason why, Rohan, you buy a Nestle brand is because the Nestle brand is of the highest quality and the highest food safety. If you visit any of our factories, you can eat off the floor. Our quality standards are worldwide. Whether it is a factory in Switzerland, or it's a factory in Mozambique, or it's a factory in India, or it's a factory in Bangladesh, or indeed any part of the world, the standards are exactly the same. That is the pride that we have as an organization, that when we offer you good food, good life, and when we say that quality is trust, we mean it. So therefore, every product that we offer gives you the best that science, nutrition, and technology in food can offer.
But it is said that the quality which we get in the developed country is very much different to the quality which we get in this part of the world.
There is absolutely no difference in terms of the quality and food safety of the products. Where the difference could come is in terms of the taste. For example, we have got Maggi noodles that is sold in India. There's also Maggi noodles in Malaysia. The taste of the Maggi noodles in Malaysia is different from the Maggi noodles.
Maybe because of that culture, of that society and the Indian society.
But in terms of the quality standards, whether it is procurement, whether it is wheat flour, whether it is packaging material, whether it is manufacturing standards, quality assessment standards, selling standards, exactly the same. And this applies exactly the same to Switzerland or to the US, which are, you can say, examples of rich countries. It's exactly the same. So the reason why we have the reputation, Rohan, as being the largest food and beverage company in the world is because of this. And if we were to play with the quality, I don't think we can stand even for a single day in any of these countries.
Can you please share some success formula? Because it's been so long that Nestle is in the market and one of the leading brand of the globe.
Yes, I think there are three important success formulas why Nestle is successful. Number one is an absolute focus on food quality and safety. That's number one. Number two, we offer brands across the spectrum. We have 2,000 brands globally. So we are a company blessed with the maximum number of brands you can think of in the fast-moving consumer goods space. And number three, our relationships, our ways of working, our dealings are always honest, ethical, and absolutely above the law. So I think these three features are intrinsic to the culture of this organization. And that is why I would submit to you most humbly, Rohan, we are a successful organization.
Don't you feel that now the time has come to establish a industry, to establish a factory in Nepal as well, so that you can help in the upliftment of the economic growth of Nepal as well as create an employment for the people of Nepal?
Look, I think as I mentioned to you earlier, I think if with all the initiatives that we are taking, if there is indeed an opportunity at some stage, as Nestle we are open to it. It's not that we have a closed mind to it. Today what we are looking at is, for example, in the out-of-home segment, we have just started, as I told you, this Maggi hotspot. We want to open up many more of this. All of these will at least create employment for 3, 4, 5 people, and it will thereby expand. And this is what has happened in India, that the out-of-home segment has really expanded significantly, offering employment to young people who are educated but who are interested in becoming entrepreneurs and not interested in working for any corporate or government organization. So we will look at this. As I mentioned to you, I think there is a positive momentum as far as Nepal is concerned for us. And I can only tell you on behalf of Nestle that our interest, our dedication and our commitment to Nepal will continue to remain strong.
Is there any problem in the policy level for establishing an industry?
Look, I think I believe there are some complexities in the importation procedures. I think if they can be simplified, the scope of business can be considerably improved. But now that we have a new government in Nepal as well, I'm sure they will address these issues going forward to improve the overall economic performance of the country.
Did you meet some of the high-level political meetings this time?
No, this time I've had the privilege of meeting some business leaders, and I think I've had a very useful engagement with them. They also reinforce the trust and the directional change that they see happening in Nepal, and I look forward to engaging with the country in the future as well.
Right. At last, if you have got something to say, to share with our audience, with our youngsters, with our young entrepreneurs, then you are please feel free to share that.
Look, what I have always admired about the Nepali people are two things. One, as a country, you are very decent, you are very polite, and you are very cultured people. I think if the youth can continue that, I think there should be a lot of pride in being Nepali. Number two, you are known for your discipline. You are known for the capabilities in terms of hard work. And I believe that all the success examples that I'm seeing in the country are people who have started small, but who have become significant by virtue of this hard work. So if these two elements are there, I do hope that in the fullness of time, Nepal will also join the ranks of successful countries.
Well, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for your time and for your valuable opinions.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thanks to you as well, the audience. Please do stay with us for more news and entertainment packages. Keep watching Himalaya Television. Namaste.